Welcome students. Currently we are understanding the sequence of tenses. In the previous class we understood the first rule, which was a very long one with two exceptions. Now we will proceed further in this topic and we will understand some other important rules. So the next rule, that is called the rule number 2. Rule 2. This rule tells us that if principal class is in present or future, then it may follow any tense. The subordinate class may follow any tense. So let us see how it happens if the tense of the principal class is in present or future. The subordinate class that follows such a principal class which is in present or future, it may be in any tense depending upon the sense. The subordinate class may be in present, past or future depending upon the sense. Example, you just see the example. C says that C deserved a better job. C will say that Ram will go to Delhi. My mother says that her previous servant was honest. So here, I hope now it is clear to you what is this rule. Here you can easily understand. C says it is in present tense. Here this tense of subordinate class, this is in past. C will say here principal class is in future tense and the tense of the subordinate class is in future. My mother says here the tense of the principal class is in present and here the tense of the subordinate class is in past. So here the subordinate class may take any tense depending upon the requirement, depending upon the sense, if principal class is in future or it is in present tense. So I hope you have understood this rule. Now let's move forward for another rule. The next rule says that if subordinate class is introduced by the conjunction that, if subordinate class is introduced by the conjunction that, then what happens? Let us understand. This is rule number 3. If the subordinate clause is introduced by lest. If subordinate clause is introduced by lest, then it follows should. Then it is followed by should. You know, when lest becomes the conjunction between principal clause and subordinate clause, or we can say subordinate clause is introduced by lest, then principal clause is always in the present tense. So let us see the example. And here lest is followed by should. Lest is followed by should. This is the rule. So let us understand. Example: walk carefully lest you should fall. Walk carefully lest you should fall. Talk politely lest you should get punished. So these are the examples of this rule. Now we will understand another rule. Rule number 4. What is this rule? According to this rule, in the conditional sentences, if the principal clause is in future tense, then tense of the subordinate clause should be in present. In conditional sentences, if the tense of the principal clause is in future, then tense of the subordinate clause will be in present. In the conditional clause, conditional sentences, when some condition is given and principal clause is in future, then subordinate clause will always be in present. Let us see the example. If it rains, I will not go to school. If it rains, I will not go to school. So here you can see, if it rains, this is the subordinate clause. I will not go to school, this is the principal clause. So let us take one more example. If he doesn't come, I will not go. If he doesn't come, I will not go. If he doesn't come, this is subordinate clause, it is in present. I will not go, this is the principal clause, which is in future. So I hope you have understood this rule 4 and also this rule 3. Now let's move over to the next rules. Before we proceed further, let me remind you that there are 2-3 more rules, and these are also very important. So we will understand them in the next class, because this will get more longer and you will not be able to understand anything in a proper way. So you just wait and watch for the next one. Thank you.